Okay, I'm talking about five common mistakes that I see when people are doing their estate plan. So, pointing out what those are and then how you can avoid them. The first one, pretty simple, that people just don't plan, right? Whenever I tell people that I'm an estate planning, probate attorney, that I do wills and trusts, the most common response that I get is, oh, I've been meaning to do my will. I just haven't gotten around to it. Everybody tells me that. And I see it on the other side where they probably didn't end up ever getting to it because now we're doing probate for them and they're going to court and it's a mess for the family members. So the first mistake is just failing to do any sort of plan. Very simple. How do you fix that one? Do your plan, right? You know you need to do it. I know it's not something enjoyable. I know it's an added expense. You're busy. You got a lot of stuff going on, but it's like insurance. You know you're going to die. You don't want to think about it. We all know we're not going to live forever. We all know we could get in an accident and be incapacitated. But it's just something you got to do. So mistake number one, failing to plan. How do you fix it? Do a plan. Number two, to that point about incapacity, a lot of people don't plan for incapacity, right? Most people, when they're doing a will, when they're doing a trust, they are thinking about how do I avoid taxes, how do I make sure my kids are protected, who's getting what of my stuff. Those are the common things people are thinking about, but they're not thinking about that. Hey, while I'm alive, what happens if I get Alzheimer's, I get dementia, I get in an accident, and I can't make medical decisions for me. I can't pay my bills, all that sort of stuff. Who's going to be your legal guardian, right? And so a lot of times that's not something people are thinking about when they think about estate planning, but that's really 50% of it, and probably even more important because the kids will get their stuff, but we want to make sure that you're protected while you're alive. So failing to plan for incapacity, and that's just something that can be done with your attorney. Which goes to number three, consult with an attorney, right? Make sure that you speak with an attorney. There's a lot of information out there on the internet, some of it good, some of it not so good, and you'll drive yourself crazy trying to read different things. Remember, each state has different laws, so estate planning is not universal. It's not like the laws in Florida are the exact same as they are in California. There's going to be different types of laws. So the blogs that you're reading, the articles you're reading, that might not apply to your state, that might not apply to your situation. Spend the time, consult with an expert. It's very similar to, like WebMD. You've got a little bump on your finger. You think it's one thing, and then you look it up, and it turns out you're dying, but it's really just a cut. So make sure you're consulting with an attorney on that. Number four, naming the wrong fiduciaries, right? So a lot of times you're going to have a power of attorney, which is going to name who the fiduciaries are, who can make decisions for you. Those might not be the same people that you want to be managing the trust or managing the children's trust. So take a look at that and make sure that you've spoken with them, right? You don't want to just name somebody and then the time comes and they decide they don't want to do it. Make sure you have a conversation with them so that they're familiar with what their roles, what their duties are, and they actually want to do it. And mistake number five is failing to update it, failing to review your estate plan regularly. We tell people, we're going to look at them every 3 years. You're probably not going to have major life events every single year, but every couple of years, it's a good idea to look at it. Make sure, if anything's changed in your life. Did you get married? Did you get divorced? Did you have kids? Did someone die? Did maybe someone you named as the beneficiary, now they're no longer alive, or you named as trustee and they don't want to do it anymore? So take a look at it because, again, it's great that you had it in place. You definitely want to have something. Something's better than nothing. But as you age, as your life situation change, your estate plan needs to evolve with you. So mistake number five, make sure that you're updating it at least, every couple of years, looking at it regularly just to make sure it's up to date.